$8 on a virtual. It's bad for the design. I'm a lawyer. My billable hours I charge more than that an hour. If some kid wants to go spend 12 hours to do that for me, hey, all good. And we were like, wow, that's kind of neat. And on an individual case-by-case basis, we thought that was pretty cool. And then the delve of everybody else doing it in the small team of the customer support happened. And that's one of the reasons that, I can argue either way on this, but I feel very strongly it's bad for the design group, it's bad for the game long term, but there are things that the people still need to think about to address people like that a little bit, who, if you value your time a little more than that and you don't really want to play the game, the question is, do you want to build a game that supports them?
All right, so we have time for one more question. How about you?
Yeah, so this is a question for you. So it sounds like you're really not supportive of the secondary markets that like offset the gameplay. What about secondary markets that are customization? Like, you take already existing like armor, and then somebody has the ability to mod it and change the color and do a custom design, and then they put it on the market to sell it as like a new plug-in to the game. But it doesn't change the actual like
as a plug-in to the game?
As like a mod to the game. So it's able to like
so
use the game as a platform. So it's basically using the game as a platform, allowing modders to then augment some of the design, the customization of their character, and then be able to sell that and sell their creativity in a way, but it's not actually affecting the actual gameplay.
I feel like he's talking about Second Life.
Yeah, I was going to
Second Life.
Yeah, so it's.
I would say Second Life being a community as opposed to a game would be a whole different set of arguments for this.
What he's saying.
Yeah.
Here's what he's saying. He's saying take the aspect that Second Life provides of customizing the look and feel, put that into a game that's more, story-driven, but don't have that new effect, that new mod affect the weapon or the item's stats.
So pure flash, pure pool.
Exactly. So you still get that
I'm arguing, and my only argument is against things that cost the game company money and that cause their players to quit sooner. If you could come up with, if there was a business model of things that did that allowed players, so that you're talking about UGC at this point, user-generated content.
Correct.
If there was a good way to monetize that for people and support it in-game, I think that'd be fantastic. I wouldn't argue against that at all, because I'd say they're helping people play longer and they're helping the company.
Do you feel that resolves the crime and customer support cost issues that you raised earlier?
If it was implemented well enough, that isn't something that I believe would encourage the same level of theft and other things that would for it. So again, I'm only arguing against things that hurt the development company and cost them time and money.
All right. Well, we're short on time, so gentlemen, if you have a follow-up, real quick, because we have just a couple minutes left, and then it's beer time.
All bullet point. So there's a few things I want to throw out there that I think thought were covered very well on, I guess, opposed to what you're saying. And is it Jeff?
Jeff.
Okay. So the first thing is for senior players. Senior players want to try and do games in World of Warcraft, and they have a level 80 rogue, and they want to go try out another character class. If they're very familiar with the gameplay, they don't have to go through the whole. They shouldn't have to go the whole, 20+ days worth of gameplay to get back to have another 80 to try out that style of gameplay. What secondary markets do in that case allows that senior player to experience the elements of the game without having to dump in a bunch of time that they've already put into the game.
I would say
so leveling from 0 to 80 is not fun the second or third time, not as much fun the second or third or fourth or fifth time.
Though, 2 points on that. You always level up faster the second time. And
It's not fun though.
And because of the things people have had to put in to combat secondary markets is what's keeping you from being able to hand off cool stuff to your lower level character to let you do it yourself.
Isn't it also, to your point, doesn't that, like, if you want to play a different class, and you've got a level 80, say, rogue, if you buy a character that's the same level as your rogue, you haven't gone through the process of really understanding the mechanics of navigating that particular class and things like raids, and you actually become a detriment.
I can guarantee you, though, a hardcore player can jump in there and finish, not right away, within a few hours testing the character out. They don't need to spend 20 or plus days playing.
All right, gentlemen. So now we have members of the audience debating. That's not a bad thing. That's kind of the goal of this. I'm actually happy to see that. Mark, wait, one last second. Mark, do you have any last word?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's well, like Joff is now supporting my position. I think I know.
Jeff, are you conceding the debate in the
No,
last?
I was gonna say, I thought you come around to mine, basically saying it should all become primary market, and we should, legitimize it all and do it the real way, as opposed to all the time and customer support issues. So I guess we'll meet in the middle.
Exactly.
All right, gentlemen, you did an excellent job.